Any other suggestions that you'd like to give for someone who has sort of taken this advice and say, okay, you know what, I don't want to start off on my own right now because I want to understand a lot more, and they want
Yeah.
to join any cafe as an employee. So anything you'd like to say about that?
If somebody wants to join as employee, I would suggest joining a great company. So at Hustle, sometimes we get people who want to just get an experience,
Mhm.
and they are willing to sort of intern and work for free. They just want to hang out and see what happens. So that kind of situation works out, especially if you're doing at a good place, because you learn about processes. A small place or a subpar place may be running with a lot of constraints. They may be running with a lot of subpar processes, subpar way of doing things. So if somebody who's willing to learn and wants to eventually start their own cafe or a restaurant, starting up at a nice place would expose them to the best practices and policies.
Mhm.
So that whenever the time comes for them to, kickstart their own venture, at least they would have some baseline of how things should run.
Okay. Is this best place that you said that people need to start on? Is there anything they can look for in places, or is it probably just a cafe that's extremely popular and it's by design probably it's running very well on the back end?
I think there may be a couple of ways to look at it. So things which you've seen sustain for a long time.
Mm.
For example, so I'm from Delhi, so there's a place called the Big Chill there. It used to be super big deal when we were in school and college. They still exist. I mean, it's been 25 years. So any or Smokehouse Delhi or Toit in Bangalore, right? So they are seen as people who are sort of up there. Like when we talk about Smokehouse Delhi, it kind of means something. Levon means something. So that sort of brings its own, the plus points to that. Or if anything which seems to be doing well. So for example, Third Wave is an amazing coffee brand. I mean, when I moved to Bangalore in 2015, they had opened up their first branch called Mangla. So
Mhm.
there's a connection that people from Bangalore, even I feel with such brands.
Mm.
So joining those kind of places which seem to be doing very well, kind of gives you a window into what might be working or how do these institutions look at operations or
Mm.
look at running a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.